A post-plant situation. Sentinels send in a dog and some util though, and they're going to deny the plant altogether. But in the chaos, Texture's able to pick up one, and the nade buys them space. They can secure the site now, get a plant, and look to play after. Meteor's also snuck up behind Tens. Didn't matter with Lakia shutting him down, and these other players now locked in towards the spawn. Up top is Zelsis alone, but there's still some fight left in Sentinels. They don't want to give this round up just yet.
Yeah, had to be a fallback from Genji, not wanting to overextend. Karin still, though, holding on to some control, and they've spotted out Zelsis. They know where both of these players are at this stage, and with the positions they currently hold, it's definitely not going to be easy for the side of Sentinels to get back into this one. Running out of time, need to try and isolate one of these jewels, and with the spot already coming in, the rest of the players line up like a firing squad, all left onto John QT. He's been fantastic
all day long about the benefits of playing this Outlaw. I just don't expect to see it on the attack that often, but he's found success with it right off rip. Nobody on the defense has shields, so this weapon, even if they have light shields, which they don't, it's still going to be an operator. 2 shots, very fast movement, and a quick reload.
It's a round as well, though, where realistically, nothing really for their opponents to be playing with. Sentinels just saving up for the next round. It does mean that you want to keep it clean. Meteor, the only player that can really go down without being too much of a detriment. And obviously getting that extra information is a decent start. Zeka finding one. That's the spike down for John QT as well. This is starting to get worrying.
Well, Texture's down to 13 HP as well. You know, he's pretty much in an even fight regardless of who he takes on. That heal needed to come through. Luckily, there's been some time. As that clock runs down, the health goes back up for Texture. 100 HP. Lakia and Munchkin there to fight with him, but they have to walk into the open to take that spike into a big crossfire in play for Sentinels. Instead, they're going to take some space in heaven, get that little bit of extra space to play with, and here comes a snake bite. It's not gone fully into the corner. Still a nade to play with for Texture, flash for Lakia, but they're caught off guard, and Zelsis intense! Pick off both! Very strong for Sentinels. I don't imagine there's too much trouble. The close range engagement, though, catches Zelsis off intense too. Looks like I should have kept my mouth shut. We're all of a sudden in a 5 versus 3. Showstopper popped and fired at random. It doesn't land, but they've got a huge advantage to play with here. Sassy needs to hold strong.
He's in a good position, though. Already dropping a first, but the trade is instantaneous, keeping that huge advantage. What a chaotic start to this map already. The delay already put into position. Munchkin in a good spot, has a teammate alongside him, may not even need it, and it's going to be Mastercard through.
Trying to clear that back out, at least in his mind, but the paranoia is kept in the back pocket, now burned up to go towards elbow. Here comes the blast pack from Zekin. He's towards the site, picking up Karin, and Zelsis had opened up the rest, leaving Meteor alone, doing so much damage. It looks like Munchkin was able to catch an angle, and with the snakebite landed, that's buying a little bit more time. Tens has to run for the hills now. There's no time left with another found.
Already into mid, but straight over the top goes Meteor. He's looking to pressure.
Oh, I thought he might have had that for free, but the cage blocked off just enough to give him that little bit of space to work with. Still a player on B and one in mid. Gen G have a lot of space. You don't expect to see a Sentinels crunch just yet. And look at how much they're keeping in their back pocket for the eventual fight. A paranoia is still to work with. Almost every piece of utility, the big ones online. One flash just popped by Sassy, but Meteor turns. The blades are used up. Look, they're not finished pushing. Lakia went charging forward, even though his teammate had fallen back a little disjointed from Gen G. But Munchkin capitalizes on the chaos, picks up 2, and keeps having control. That's a huge position for them to play with. And now Sentinels even send Sassy back to reclaim it, buying so much time as only John QT's on the site, flanked out and distracted by Meteor. The clock is running down. Munchkin late flanks up through heaven, and the classic fight's awkward. The knife kill is in, but it's too little too late. Again, thanks to his hard work, Seekers as well, but they're not used. Instead, it's going to be dashed straight out in front of the Seekers. Meteor, though, he's caught. He can't quite see anything for a moment, but as the cloudburst fades, he's able to find a target. Nice headshot, but the wall gets in the way. Sassy holding on to life, barely, and he'll eventually be shut down with the Viper's Pit in. This becomes a hard round to win, but a showstopper popped. It's going to be a gamble from Zek, and he has to pick a spot, and he's found Karin, but landed with his back turned to Munchkin. A quick execution leaves John QT alone. But with Meteor down, there's a chance. That's the hat popped off the head, but Munchkin fires right.
Beginning to predict it, and now they have to try and clear the players.
A good trap by John QT, a little closer, 12 seconds left, and there's still some harassment on the site. John QT drops the spike, 8 seconds left. but players up in heaven surely not able to deny. No nade, nothing to clear them from position, and the fight's going towards Gen G. Oh, Zekken, full HP, but one hit to that outlaw. Tens, one hit to damn near anything. Zekken closes the distance, but a shot to the head from Texture pretty much seals the fate of this one, with Tens having 2 players to drop and Munchkin way ahead of him on that fight.
There, Tens will be able to keep his life, and the aggression quelled for a second.
And look how quickly they've got a response. There's 4 players from Sentinels here. Make that 3. Tens is down. Zels is spotted. Wallbang. Zekken falling. Sassy here and expected. They even expect the 4th player swinging. And that is about as bad of an attacking start as you could expect, in that they run into the entirety of the defense and they still win it. Not only win it flawlessly. That's how this game is going for Gen G right now.
They genuinely took about 40 damage across the board in those fights. It's absurd. Again, this time Sentinels had the perfect read. They had the expectations, they had the rotations, they had the players in position, and they lose every single fight. John QT, all he can do at this point is just look to hold on to the rifle, but the credits are flowing for Gen G. Of course they're going to try and hunt him down.
Yeah, why not? There's no hassle, even for most of these players dying. I'll take an orb and give you 1 towards a neural theft. No worries.
It's great, you can have 2.
Yeah, have them all, mate. Have the ult. Well, he's got 1 at least, with Munchkin down, and the others maybe a little too far away. Texture, no blast pack.
Now. And he's not taking a lick of damage. Zelsis, though, the timing here could be everything. He's got it nigh on, perfect! Looks for a big play, and he's found one. 2 kills down, the first time they've really managed to catch them off guard. Texture falls, and just 2 remain. Meteor looking for a move. He's at least gonna get 1, a quick snap back. Make this one a little bit competitive, and the man they're up against has been insane.
Heal through for Zelsis. It's not going to be an easy fight on any front. He's choosing the harder of the 2. Just 1 player towards the spawn. Whoops. There we go. 1 player towards the spawn, but 2 up top. Make that 3 now as they come into position. No snake bites. That orb only going to block vision. Maybe add some decay. Give him an opportunity, though, to play up top with the shorty. I like...
Has been able to delay them at least a little bit, and the Seekers are going to give things away. The nade from Zekken is good as well. They've got off to a strong start.
Yeah, the util through from Sassy as well helps out. They're blinded and paranoid by Tens, who's now making his appearance up top. Boombot through, it's found a player, and the bullets soon follow. Only 2 left standing for Gen G. A healthy recovery for Sentinels towards the end of the half. It was looking a little bit shaky, but they found their footing now. And actually, I maybe even spotted both players there. I'm not sure if the dog got far enough through that wall to see Karen, but either way, they'll suspect it. Spike on the floor, and they'll attempt to take it. Problem is, Zelsis is stood on the other side of that smoke. Sassy up top, spraying away with him. And with 50 seconds left and 5 players to take down. Well, we said the last round was a bit too big of a task. This one, good luck.
Protect the KD at all costs. Munchkin can't really hope for anything else. Looking for the fight, and Tens is just being an irritation at this stage, just placing smokes in his face. This is all just a formality. No hope for this one to go wrong for Sentinels, and they will at least close on that raise. It's been fearsome. Lackey, though, ooh, he's actually just looking to deal with utility. He's gone down, been having a bit of a rough map individually. And the problem is, this is all just the ruse. This is going to start pulling players over and put the pressure onto Meteor.
That's a spot that you have to check on the way out. For Sentinels, you imagine they will. John QT, look at him. You see him in the X-ray just sneaking past towards the screens. They'll never expect him to be in this corner. And the steps heard on the rotation back. Oh, this gap is absolutely massive. No way that Munchkin could expect it. But does he expect someone to be on the site? He could think that's the only player. 1 guy in screens coming back to check there's no one and running back. This all makes sense. For Texture to be here, though, oh, they'd have to be ever vigilant to see it. And now he's got an opportunity to trade it back further. It's huge from Texture. Completely bamboozling them. 10 seconds left, a nade on the floor, a blast back for the fight, but Zekken still wins it. 5 seconds, they need to plant it now. If they can deny this, it's done on the spot. Karen does well to find 1, and there's the follow-up. Gen G with very unusual position. Lackey can flash up from down below, and Munchkin can always have somewhere to fall back to. Oh, no, with his knife out, that's a big mistake. Now they know at least there's another player on site. They might even have heard them in screens, but again, they haven't checked for this extra man. Lakia tucked in the corner. Sentinels, 12 seconds left, and a 1 versus 2. They've bought themselves the space to plant.
Yeah, the one thing for Karen is he doesn't currently have a weapon. And everybody dying around the window means that he might even have to put himself out into the open to give this one up. The reposition as well from Celsius is sublime. It would have to be an instant headshot.
He doesn't even have a dash online. This guy's crazy. He's cloud bursting around to try and stay alive. He's still not running away, Tom. He's sticking around for a fight. I did not expect that.
Maybe not expecting that many players to be there. Texture as well. He wants to try and recover this. Such an aggressive start. The paranoia showstopper combo could have eliminated half of Sentinels. Instead, it found nothing. And now it does kind of look like Gen G is scrambling a little bit. Such aggressive positions, and the fallback is going to go towards that A site. The thing is, though, because they had so much map control, there's been an early read from the side of Gen G. Once again, it's looking like we might have 4 players within this A site as Sentinels go to push.
1 flash on Lakia, 1 nade on Texture. No paranoia, some smokes. The second just came online for Karen, and one's just being popped down. Here comes the showstopper, though. That's the big gun on the other side. And Sentinels find the opening with it, but there's a response. Gen G equalize things, catch them on the rotate up through heaven, and drop the spike. 20 seconds left, and the nade buys even more time. The rotation now from Texture as he realizes they're going to want to hightail it, move to the other side, but look, he's already here. He's ahead of them with 10 seconds left. There's no time for delay. They need this fight. They need to win it. And they have just about 5 seconds. 4 as he reaches the side. It's too late. They've bought enough time. The spike plant doesn't come in. Any buy, and they're on their way straight into Karen's waiting arms. If he wins this at first already, that's another nail in Sentinel's coffin, and he's back. He's just creating some space and not getting out alive. In fact, sticking around for another fight, but Tens doubles up.
That's a big double kill. They've still got to deal with Munchkin, though. Might not be expecting a third player within this site. Poison orb up. He's going to be able to isolate the spike. Already dropped to the ground. Good trade, though, from John QT again. Bringing things back into an even scenario. The clock not so low this time, but Lakia already making a switch up. He's going to play into the orb, has a flash ready to go straight out of it. It is being watched though, but he drops one and gets both! Changing the game.
Round 18 could be the last with an early fight up top. It's done a little bit of damage, but not too much. Sentinels not deterred from their aggression. Another player on site now. 4 players from Gen G here ready to fight. Meteor the first to take it, and he won't stop. 3 kills already. It's left it all to Sassy, and it's done just like that. 13-5. You might have expected to see this scoreline, but not in the hands of Gen G.